Hey there folks, how are you? What are we doing today? I'm going to show you really amazing ways, the most popular ways that you can triple at Town Hall 13. That's right, I'm going to show you really fantastic attacks that you can use to absolutely crush bases at Town Hall 13. These are amazing bases, and of course these are amazing attacks. We're going to break them down, we're going to give you all of the replays and pro tips, and that's getting started right now. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Captain Nemo. Welcome to another video. I'm super excited, super happy to see you here. Remember, before we get started, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, come on down to my Twitter, and of course my Discord. There's so much exciting stuff going on there. You don't want to miss out all of the stuff that's happening on my Discord, my Twitter, and of course this channel right here. So make sure to subscribe and hit the bell. Let me make myself a little smaller and let's get started with the first attack. So first up, we're gonna go with an actual, like, straight up Yeti Smash. I mean, this is as Yeti Smash as you can get. We have 4 jumps in this. 4 jumps! Have you ever seen this? 4 jumps, 1 rage of poison, and then 1 rage in the siege barracks, along with 8 Yeti. We have Electro Dragon, 1 P.E.K.K.A, and of course we have the healers and a couple of wizards. So this is a very interesting attack. As you can see, this is a very good base. It's almost a max, if not pretty much just walls left on this bad boy. Otherwise, it's a really nicely built base. And what are we doing here? We're gonna start off with the Grand Warden walk. We have a balloon in the front. It's basically called the coconut loon. That is a sacrificial loon that you send in to pull the traps so you healers stay alive. On the other side, we have an Electro Dragon with the P.E.K.K.A and an Electro Dragon to make sure that we create the funnel from the west. So we have a funnel from the north and a funnel from the west, and we're going to be going into the base. We have 4 jump spells. 4 jump spells with us. That's really cool. I've actually never seen a Yeti Smash with 4 jump spells. So as you can see, the Electro Dragon did a lot of work. It did really a lot to provide a lot of value here and isolated us to create the funnel, that good funnel that we need. Then we send in the Yeti, we send in the P.E.K.K.A, we send in the siege barracks, the queen and the king into the base. We do hold on to our royal champion here. We're gonna rage, we're gonna jump to get in, we're gonna use the Grand Warden ability probably to take out the town hall and then make sure that our troops survive. As you can see right here, that's what we're doing, taking out the town hall, making sure our troops survive, using the second jump spell to get into the next section again with the multi-inferno. We want to make sure that we direct our troops in. Out of the siege barracks, we have a whole bunch of hogs, 9 of them coming out to help reinforce our troops. We're gonna jump into the third compartment that is also right there with the, as you can see, the third, or should I say the second multi-inferno coming in there, and then another jump into the last multi-inferno, and of course the rest of the defenses right over here. As you can see, we used 4 jump spells and we created basically a full straight runway into the base. Every section that we need to access, you can access, and that's kind of what's going on here. The Yetis are smashing through the base. We have the healers behind. We have the royal champion coming in as well to help provide that value that we need. Everything is going into the base because there's just access. Instead of using like 8 earthquake spells to open up specific portions, he used the 4 jump spells because it gave him a better reach into the base. Because of that, we have a whole bunch of Yeti left. We have the Grand Warden left. We have a whole bunch of barbarians. We have the royal champion, the Grand Warden. Everything is still alive. We're good to go. This base is completely smashed. Really nice work. Again, 4 jump spells here, a couple of rages, and we're good to go. This is a really nice attack. I love Yeti Smashes, especially when you're running them with 4 jumps. It doesn't really matter how many walls or how many compartments are in this base. 4 jumps get you across the entire base into all of the sections that are needed to triple any base that you want. Really nice attack. Next up, we're going to take a look at Chris over here from Canadian Brew. He's going to show us how to run miners and hogs with a blimp. That's right, with a blimp. I really like this attack, so I wanted to show it to you. A really effective way, of course, to triple at Town Hall 13. Lots of people are running these types of attacks because they're super OP. We send in the blimp. Normally, people send the blimp into the Town Hall area to take it out, right? There's usually 2 Yeti and a Valken there. You rage it once the blimp goes down, and that takes care of the Town Hall or whatever section you need. But in this case, Chris decided to take out this section because there's going to be a lot of value in here. That's what he's going to do. Jumping in, making sure that the Yeti Smash that multi-inferno and a whole bunch of other stuff. Right over here, as you can see, lots of value. Baby dragon on one side, the queen walk on the other, to make sure that the queen walks towards the west. That's where we want her to go. She's gonna take care of the enemy clan castle. That's important. Take that out and continue walking west. The baby dragon over here can start going that way. We have only one building left, so once the queen takes that out, she's going to continue walking. If not, continue walking now. We take out the lava hound, and we're going to take out the ice golem. So what else is going on in this base? Well, we're going to send in the king. The king is going to go from the east. That's right, a king from the east and another baby dragon. What is Chris doing here? Chris is creating what we call a runway. A runway into the base, because that's what you want to do when you're running miners and you're running hogs, and that's what he's got, miners and hogs, as you see right here. You want to create a nice little runway. Let me show you. Look at this. There's a nice runway directly into the base. That's what we're doing. We have the queen on one side creating a funnel, we have the king on the other side creating the other funnel, and then a runway into the base. We'll be able to cover all of our spells and be able to cover all of the troops in there. We'll know where they're going. It's easier to predict. That's why you create the runway, because it's just easier to deploy your miners, know where they are with the hogs behind, and again, cover them much easier and more effectively with your spells. And that's what we're doing here. Pretty cool. I like it. So we're going to send them in. A Grand Warden behind the whole party. That's important. And the Royal Champs is going to come from the side. She is going to provide lots of value for us, as you can see right over here. The Queen is still walking. She's going to end up taking the Town Hall out and the King. Lots of value. Really nice. We're going to freeze the Eagle Artillery and continue moving into the base. As you notice, we're systematically taking the base apart and just pushing in more and more and more, freezing the multi-inferno and making sure that we heal through all of the sections that need it, like high DPS sections. The queen's still going, the hogs are still going, the royal champion's still going, the grand warden is behind. We have a whole bunch of miners, and then we have some cleanup troops right here. We have a wizard on one side cleaning up, and then the hogs doing work. There are pretty much no defenses left. We're gonna be able to take all of this stuff out nice and easy without really having to sweat too much. What did Chris do here to triple this base? He used a funneling attack, right? He made sure that he created a funnel. He took care of the multi-inferno with the blimp. That was a really nice out of the box type of thinking. He took a little bit of a risk, in my opinion, running the queen down from north to west to take out the town hall, but he did anyway, and he tripled his base with ease. Absolutely fantastic attack. Bravo, Chris. Really nice work. Let's check out the next one. Now, last but not least, I'm going to show you a Robocon. A Robocon over here is going to run Yetis with Witches. That's right, Witches. And then of course there's one P.E.K.K.A in here as well, and we have the siege barracks. That's right, siege barracks. There's 4 earthquake spells as well, and a jump, 2 rages, and we have a freeze and a heal. There's a variety of different types of spells and different types of troops in here. It's a really interesting attack. It actually works really well. I've seen it run in a few different times. So couple of coconut loons, those are sacrificial loons, and the Grand Warden walk in the front with a whole bunch of healers behind. What's the Grand Warden gonna do? He's gonna be able to reach this inferno because he's the boss. That's right, the Grand Warden has a lot more reach than the queen, and it's also much easier for the Grand Warden for you to funnel the Grand Warden. Like, you don't have to worry about him splitting one way or another, because he's gonna follow a large amount of troops once you deploy them. He's not gonna be like the queen, who's gonna decide, hey, I'm gonna go one way or another way. That's just how it's gonna work. No, with the Grand Warden, you know where he's going. You can basically direct him. As you can see, the multi-inferno is going down, and there's a nice funnel created at this point. He took out this entire section. So we're gonna send in the P.E.K.K.A over here, and then the Yetis are gonna go in. We used earthquakes right on this section over here to take out this and open up the base a little bit right here. We're gonna use the siege barracks to isolate and push all of our Yeti, all of our witches, and everything else into the base. The king splits, everything else continues walking. We're going to rage to make sure that we get into the base, and then we're gonna get to make sure that we're pushing in. Now, of course, World Champion still in the bag. As you notice, he has not deployed her yet. He's waiting, and then we still have a jump spell. Where's the jump going? The jump's gonna go right near the town hall somewhere to make sure that we have access into that, or that single inferno. Right? We are also healing in the middle of the base to make sure that everything still stays alive. We have hogs, 9 of them coming out of the siege barracks for reinforcements to help our troops into the base. And then we're gonna use a jump right over here to make sure that we get into the town hall area with the rest of our troops and take it down. The hogs are doing work on the side. The royal champions are coming in from the east. Everything is collapsing on going to the town hall to make sure that we get it. Lots and lots of troops are going in. We're still going to pop the royal champion and the queen ability. We still have those, so we have them in the bag. We're going to take them down, and there's really not that much else left. As you notice, what we have here is we have a couple of wizards. They're going to be set for cleanup. We have an archer, we have 2 loons, and then we have heroes. That is it. The heroes are going to be the star of the show. They're going to finish up the base and take it down and do work. We still have the queen ability, of course, and we still have healers. Because of that, they're going to continually heal our wonderful heroes and continually push them into the base and take it out. This right here is a really fantastic way to triple. I really like this attack. Nicely done. There's nothing else left. This is going to be a triple. Robocon, you, sir, are a beast. Ladies and gentlemen, I just have your 3 different ground strategies you can use at Town Hall 13 that are super popular. They can crush pretty much any base, that are super, absolutely OP. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, make sure to smash the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, folks. I got a lot of exciting stuff like this coming for you. You don't want to miss out. While you're here, check out this video. This is a really sweet one, and I think you're going to like it. I'll see you there.